Yo, welcome to Wavy Zoo. My name's Will.
My name is Jbreeze.
Yo, and the E stands for exciting. Kick the intro.
J Nasty. Here we go.
Oh, man. Yo, hey, look. Happy April Fools, man. This is our first ever episode, our first ever podcast, and we're coming to you right now, Friday. It's going to be exciting. Man, we're going to start off talking about some really cool things. And the number one thing is everything that's going around is rap culture. Like, what do you know about rap culture?
Rap culture is right now, it's tricky. Rap culture can be two different things. It can be really good or really bad. And we're experiencing more bad than good. It's a jungle out here. It's very different. So,
yeah.
From a rapper's point of view, it's a very scary game to get involved in.
Why do you think it's scary? Like, do you think it has any effect on our society or like how we live our lives or anything like that?
Oh, 100%. So I think that the way that it's running these kids, these tweets, the Instagram posts, the stories, TikTok is big in hip hop right now. It's just the way that it's being ran is just different. You can say anything. People are like talking about riding a llama or giving meds to their grandma, or it's so much trash.
Yo, like that's one thing I don't like is when like these TikTok rappers like jump on there and they'll like say some weird words like what I heard there was a bing bong bing, like it was crazy.
That is the thing,
type song that was happening. And I was just like, I was grooving with it, but then I was just like, well, everybody can't do it. That's not the culture now, is it?
No, it's definitely not. I feel like if people actually took time to make the music, then they actually had to express themselves in a way where people can understand. It's like saying bing bong llama, give grandma the meds or whatever in general is it's trash music. Like there's no lyrical sense to that whatsoever. I was talking to this lady yesterday. She's like, I don't want my kids listening to this trash music, and I'm like, what's trash? And she brought up the Island Boys, which I will bring up later.
Island Boys,
they're so trash. I'm so sorry. They're bad.
Number one on my heart.
No, negative Ghostwriter. I'm not about that.
No, it is number one. Anyway, the I actually loved like trash rap music.
Why?
Why? It's one of those things where like I like rap music, but I don't like it to make sense, because like back in the day when rap music was really hardcore and gangster, I couldn't relate because I lived in white suburbs, so lived with a lot of white people, not a lot of crime. We were very protected. Police comes immediately when we call 911. So I was all about that, and so to rap their lyrics did not make any sense to me at all. True. But when Eminem came out, I was like,
he's good.
Do I hate my parents? I didn't. I loved my parents, but I loved his music because I'm just like, yo, it was really good.
But Eminem's not trash.
No, he's not trash. I mean, he's easily like...
We can't compare Eminem to the Island Boys. Those are two different spectrums of rap music.
Is it? I feel like... No, you're right.
Wait,
you're right.
what?
No, I'm kidding.
Eminem recently is not good. Old Eminem, phenomenal. Old Eminem, trapped in the closet, slapping Kim. Okay. Don't cancel me. These things made the music good. Okay. Now, granted, I feel like if Island Boys are about the island life, do what you got to do. But it's just, I feel like there's too many good rappers out that are not getting a fair chance because of all these trash rappers. And it's okay, stay in your lane. I feel like rap is like a bowling lane. You can either put the bumpers on or take the bumpers off. But you can't have good bowlers with bumpers on because they feel like they're getting cheated out of the game. Okay. But trash rappers, they need the bumpers because they need something to bounce back on. The ball's going to bounce back to hit some type of pins.
Well, I mean, fine. I have to think about, like, if I think of someone as a trash rapper, I'm going to say this name, I don't know if you're still around or not, but Designer. I mean, he came up with that one song.
Old-fashioned name, but yes.
And, I mean, I'm just saying, he came with that one song, Panda, and I was bumping that forever.
Yeah, it's great.
But that's the only one.
Yeah, that's great.
And he can't rap. Anybody can go, yeah.
That's
anybody can do that.
On a scale 1 through 10, I heard worse.
You've heard worse?
Yeah, Designer has more than one song.
What is it? Name them.
Outlet. It's good. Have you heard it?
All right. How does it go?
I can't.
That's what I thought.
And then it go, no. Then he raps. I just don't know the lyrics. Yeah, I just don't know.
Yeah. So, but the first lyric to that song was.
Well, that's his theme.
Spell it.
But the blah,
yeah, spell that.
I can't.
Exactly. It's not a song. Basically, if I were to hop in the studio right now, all right?
Yes.
And I'm just doing a whole bunch of like syllables, some accents and stuff like that. If I were to do that, all right, do you think I can make a hit single?
Yeah, you're called a hype man.
Hype man.
That's what you are.
So he is a perpetual hype man for his whole album.
100%. Did you not hear Kanye West's album, The Life of Pablo?
No.
That's all he was in the background.
That was it.
Yeah. Kanye was singing "Father Touch My Hand." I hear you needed that. You need somebody to sound like what's the dude from Wild Thornberries? You need
the little wild kid?
Yeah, I forgot his name. Oh, Dobby or something. I don't know what his name is. I think it was Donnie.
Donnie?
Definitely Donnie.
Yeah, we'll go with Donnie.
That's Designer.
Yeah. So you're comparing Designer and Donnie from the Wild Thornsberry.
Yeah, and Donnie was a hit on the show.
Yeah, he was. I like that guy. That guy was cool.
Exactly.
So, but while we're talking about Designer and Eminem, like, who do you think is the best rapper alive? Like, literally, like, this guy is number one. He's untouchable. Like, what do you got?
Are we going lyrical or are we going lyrical or are we going just outright most best rapper?
I'm talking about, like, if we could break it down, which I don't want to, let's go outright number one best rapper. Number one.
The best rapper to me in 2022 right now has to be Kanye West. But I give it to him on a very, not lyrical standpoint, but an overall artiste. I'm going off artist. Now, if I'm going off a rapper, lyrical right now, probably the best is, it's probably JID. And I say that with the utmost respect.
Okay. Respectfully. I disagree. All right. So,
of course.
Everybody knows.
Nonetheless.
Everybody knows that Jay-Z is the greatest rapper of all time.
Yes. Okay. He's in my top five. That's fine.
Greatest rapper of all time.
Yeah.
I was like, he's in my top five. As far as like, he may not be number one, but I'm just saying, like, if I Googled it.
Yes.
It'd be Jay-Z.
I'm Googling it right now.
You're going to Google it right now?
We're not playing these games.
It's like, I'm just saying, like, thinking about it. Jay-Z came out with some pretty good bangers. And also, his wife is Beyonce. You're not losing.
That has nothing to do with music, though. Wait. I got a top five. Okay. Eminem is actually number one.
Eminem's number one?
Technically.
Okay. According to Google list.
Yeah, but Google's ran by cancel culture. So I can't go by that. So, continue to go.
So, I think Jay-Z is the top five, not only because of Beyonce, but because of what he's done for the game. You know?
Like what?
Like, when you change the game of rap, like, you go from being just a rapper to, like, owning your own record label, that's pretty lit. That's pretty tight. Owning your masters.
Kanye does the same thing. It came out with the stem player. Jay-Z ever came out with a stem player? No. He only sold cocaine out of the back of a van. I don't know if I can say that word. Cocaine. I'll say it again. But he did. It's a dangerous word to say in 2022.
It is.
White bacon sound, magic, black magic. Whole different ballgame.
Cook it up. But
Jay-Z never had a stem player. Eminem never had a stem player.
Okay.
My man Kanye brought water to a stadium. That didn't need water. And walked on it. No offense to Jesus. But nobody else has done that in their career.
Oh, you know what else no one has done in their career?
Tell me.
I can't. I was just talking and I didn't have a thought in my head. I was going to think through it, but I didn't think all the way through. But you get it.
Yes.
You get it.
But Jay-Z, I'll give it to you.
I get it.
He's great.
Kanye's good. He's a genius. Who also misspelled genius in the documentary.
Pause. Hold that thought.
He also I was like, you can't be called a genius if you misspell the word.
First of all, not his it's his documentary, but he didn't put that together.
Yeah, I'm
looking it up on dictionary.com.
So we're going I know who did it. What's his name? Cootie?
You know his name. You know exactly who it is.
First of all, your name's Cootie. You can't do
it. Okay, and I heard worse names. What's wrong with Cootie?
Cootie.
Okay.
Let me walk into a job interview. It's like, oh, hello, sir. What's your name? Oh, my name's Cootie. Yeah, get out. Like,
first of all, that's not his real name.
What's his real name?
I don't know.
Exactly. See,
but it's rap. It's rap. We're not meant to have to know the only people that we know their first names is Sean Carter. We know Jay-Z because Jay-Z has said it multiple times in his song. Kanye West, who officially changed his name to Ye. Eminem, Marshall Mathers. He did an album after that.
Okay.
These are people that are very important and significant to rap. They told their first names without us having to know it, but they still said it.
Yeah. So I feel like all these guys are like, they're like really significant, like to our society as far as like a lot of things have have changed because of the whole rap culture.
Okay.
As far as like the way that we dance, the way that we speak to people, it's like I feel like every year there's a new slang word that we have to be using in order to be relevant.
Yeah.
And we can credit that to rap / hip hop culture, because they're really the ones that are like defining, like, especially like the millennials and also the Gen Zers, because it's like, yo, we're looking to these people to really to get guidance for what's cool and what's not cool.
Yeah.
Type deal.
They're the new rock stars. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, even back in the day, I like how you said rock stars, because even back in the day when rock music was just coming out and everybody's going crazy, so everybody's like the 80s.
Yes.
Everybody changed their hair, their style, the way they dress. Everybody looked like they're about to put on their own rock show at some point in time.
Yeah.
And it was just like, wow, you look crazy right now. We made fun of them and stuff like that. But eventually they were like, oh, this is it. This is what you're supposed to be doing. And just like rap culture, whether it's saggy pants, whether it's loose shirts, whether it's holes in your shirt, aka Kanye, that was actually a bold move. He pulled it off. If anybody can pull off homeless style, it's Kanye, because sometimes he look homeless. And
fair enough.
But you did it. Like, now I can't tell.
That's fair.
I can't tell the difference between a homeless person and a person who's like at a coffee house, because they look exactly the same to me.
But
like,
you can arguably argue the fact that he is the reason why some of the clothes are being worn today.
True.
Him, Jay-Z, Rocky, or A$AP Rocky. For people that don't know A$AP Rocky, you got Rihanna, who's in frontier in fashion right now.
Yep.
Fashion is probably bigger than it's ever been, because I think in 2022 you can wear almost anything and still be cool.
I mean, Rihanna's fashion is risque.
Well, she's pregnant now, so that's why it was risque. Man. But I feel like
Drake.
I feel like in general, this is a chance. It's more than just fashion. It's more like who you are as a person. If I showed up wearing a hole in the shirt, nobody's going to make fun of me, because I'm James Brown. Jbreeze. Sorry, that's my government name. James Brown, Jbreeze, a.k.a. whatever you want to call me. J Nasty. But clothes itself is more the person itself than the clothes. Back in the 80s, everybody was trying to copy certain frontiers. Now it's like, okay, the clothes make the person. Doesn't matter who wears them. If you wear something good, it's like, okay, it looks good. But if you're not fashionable in general, nobody's going to take your opinion on what you're wearing.
True.
If you're known for wearing good clothes and good fashion.
Yeah, I don't think I could do that. Because let's see, I'm a big dude, so the only person that's typical in fashion was
Fat Joe.
Fat Joe?
What are you talking about? Fat Joe is.
I was gonna go with someone cooler, like
Fat Joe
Biggie
is cool.
Smalls.
What are you talking about?
No.
Biggie Smalls.
I mean, you pick Fat Joe.
He's still relevant.
To who?
Biggie ain't relevant. He's dead.
Oh my goodness! So you're saying Fat Joe's in your top 5 and not Biggie?
Nobody said Fat Joe's in my top 5.
Oh, that's what's up. But you named Fat Joe first. But anyway, I'm not rolling around with the Terror Squad in my overlarge 6L shirt.
We can argue the fact that Biggie and Tupac should not be considered the top 5 because they never lived long enough to live their legacy. I can argue that fact all day.
I'm sure you could argue that fact, but what I'm saying is, at the peak of their game,
okay, and
then died,
okay,
or murdered. I would say murder. Let's say murder. At the peak of their game.
They're pretty sure they were murdered. Yes,
they had to have been 1 and 2.
No,
1 and 2 at the time.
No,
who was beating them at that time?
Is Nas and Jay-Z not there? Are we just gonna act like they weren't alive?
They were alive, but
are we gonna act like
Biggie 1 and 2?
Are we gonna act like Nas and Jay-Z weren't killing the game? Nas wrote his first album at like 12 years old, 13 years old.
What's your point?
He was out rapping them in circles all the time.
Really?
I think Nas was scared. I think I think Biggie and Tupac wouldn't see Nas. Nas is still making music that's still popular. I don't know if Biggie and Tupac can live in this generation of music.
All right. What do you think the music has done in Christian culture?
It's good. Frontier right now, it's definitely Lecrae. I think Lecrae, Andy, not Gavi. Sorry, Gavi. It's been a tough road for you. I don't know if we can ever come back from that. We'll talk about you in like 3 episodes from here.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not laughing at you. I'm praying for you.
Yeah, we're definitely praying for you. It's just a crazy scenario.
It's mad crazy.
It's definitely crazy. But frontier Christian hip hop, Christian music in general, but Christian hip hop is definitely I think Lecrae is definitely the Lil Wayne of Christian rap, and I mean that with very sincere of just being able to step his foot into a different ball game. Church Clothes is very iconic. The first mixtape was very iconic. I think that a lot of people missed out on a great opportunity if they did experience it when it first came out. When I first heard it, a lot of church people were rebelling against him because he talked about wearing a hat in church. I think he said the whole mixtape was inspired by him just wearing a hat in church, and he told him to take it off, and he's like, I refuse to.
Well, I think that's a great movement, but I will say this though. I didn't like Lecrae the first time I met him. I met him about 10 years ago.
You met Lecrae physically?
I met Lecrae.
Physically? Huh.
Him and I had pizza together. It was really cool.
And he wasn't cool?
No, he wasn't cool. Like, he wasn't cool at all. I didn't like any of his music.
You just said it was cool, but he wasn't cool?
It was cool because he was like my first like Christian rapper I got to chill with. But then after I heard his music, I was like, nah, this ain't it.
In 2012?
2012.
That's when he just started doing Church Clothes.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
Why?
I didn't like it at all.
Why do you like it?
Let me tell you why I didn't like it.
What?
I didn't like it because, first of all, it was too, how can I say this without not being a Christian? It was way too Christian. And the beats were lame.
Okay.
And so it's basically like he was just, and there's nothing wrong with this. There's nothing wrong with this. He would rap scripture and it would be great. It's very biblical and I would understand it.
Okay.
But I want to listen to music for entertainment.
No, I understand. That's 100%.
And so, granted, he's a Christian rapper.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, that's great. That's cool. I can play you at youth group. And I was like, but at the same time, like, I can only play you here because you're not that entertaining to me. Mm. So, and that was it.
Yeah.
Now, that's a bad dude. I like what he's doing.
He's definitely going against the wave. I think that he had a whole different turnaround in the last couple of years. Oh, yeah. As a person.
And I think it's because of the younger generation coming up behind him. Mm. Now, granted, Lecrae paved the way. He paved 100%.
The way. Yeah, 100%.
It's like all credit goes to that guy right there.
It's still relevant too. Crazy.
It's way still relevant. But now you have like KB and Eminio,
1K Few, who's flaming right now.
Killing it.
He's phenomenal.
Words played, dude, it is all great. Legit, legit, and the fact that he can collaborate and continue to make music that goes along with what the culture, the way the culture's going, the music culture's going. I'm just like, I respect him, but in the beginning, I was not a Lecrae fan.
So he made No Church in a While, 1K Few, probably some of his best work, honestly. Yeah. But I think 1K Few definitely, it's the people that he has around him to make the albums better. I think if these people weren't around him, the music wouldn't be as well. 1K Few has this thing where he's Atlanta based, and he could tell by his voice, by the beats. He could make it in in a secular world, like music wise. Because he's that great. Yeah. But when he brings, I think him and Lecrae together are very like peanut butter and jelly kind of sound. Yeah. I think it brings the best out of each other. It does. I can't go 30 more seconds without saying this. Let's talk about. I don't know his name. I don't know. Do you know his name?
I do know his name.
What is his name? Say it in the podcast. What is this? What is his name? I don't want to utter it.
Don't make me do.
I gotta look it up.
Oh man. I will say this. He has 2 songs. If you haven't seen it, go look at it. I'm not saying it's god awful or anything like that, or but what I am saying, it's you gotta go listen to it.
It's pretty bad.
It's bad in the sense of like, why, man?
I'm looking at his article. It says criticized for praising Teen Son song about. Sorry, I gotta add. Sex, guns, and money. Not an issue of the topics. I mean, that's what's hot right now, right? But we don't need another Jack Harlow in the Christian world. Jack Harlow, no offense to Jack Harlow. Jack Harlow is great. But Jack Harlow knows his lane. Does not know his lane. I don't think he's ever been in the hood. And I'm not saying you got to be from the hood to make that type of music. But I am saying you got to be from that type of area to make that type of music.
You got to at least be like next door. At least visit the area. I mean? It's at least visit the area. Spend the night there.
What's crazy about the video is he talks about I think Demi Lovato. How Demi Lovato is like, he wants his girl a baddie like Demi Lovato. Yeah. And Demi Lovato's out here having relations with aliens. Yeah. Crazy story. If you haven't seen the video, like my co-host said, it's crazy. This man is literally I think smoking in the I think he's smoking and drinking in the video.
No,
I don't know if he is.
No.
I don't want to detail him.
Let's correct it. What is
he doing in the video?
He's not doing that.
Who's
he's
doing that?
Referencing. No one's doing that.
Okay.
It's just a reference. Let's get it clear. It's just a reference.
I just want to make sure, but yeah.
Yeah, just a reference.
So he was talking about it, which is almost as bad if you're. Yeah. But I mean, you do what you need to do. I just feel like you know,
we're not hating.
It's just your dad's name behind that.
Yeah. We're not hating on you. Do you?
If my dad was anybody that was famous that was in the church world, say Ty Tribbett. It's a very good example. Ty Tribbett is my dad. Say that's my dad. I'm James Tribbett. And I make an album about sex, drugs, and money, Ty Tribbett will face the biggest backlash. Not only because I'm saying this, but also because it's just, you know, he's a goat. He's a spearhead. Now, it's good that your dad I'm reading this article that said your dad supported you. That's great. But it's definitely a lot of flack. If you get into this world of music, back to our original conversation, if you get back into this world of music and you start hanging out with people that are famous, that are into that type of stuff, you would definitely get yourself caught up in a loophole.
For sure.
Dad can't save you.
For sure.
It's a dangerous game out there, so.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, I really feel like this is a really good first episode, man. And, of course, we want to end every episode with the top 5 of whatever topic we're talking about. So you can agree with it and you can put down in the comments like what you think is top 5. You could disagree. We don't care. Like, because our top 5 is our opinion, you know? So I'm going to name my top 5. He's going to name his top 5 and just put down in the comments like, hey, what do you think? Whose top 5 is the best? When we say these, and then all right, cool.
Yeah,
I'll go first.
Yeah, it's you. Go.
All right, number 1, because I'm going to start with the top, and no in particular order, by the way. So don't go crazy on me. All right,
number one. Wait. Number 1, what? Like worst rappers or best rappers?
Best rappers.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to do the best.
That's fine.
All right, number 1, Lil Wayne. Number 2, Eminem. Number 3, Jay-Z. Number 4, Biggie. Number 5.
No need for that. No need for that. No need for him. But
number continue. 5, Drake.
Okay. I disagree. Number 1, Dial. No, I'm kidding.
No one's gonna
plug in Dave Chappelle. Dial. Number 1, Yeezy, Kanye West, The Extraordinary. Number 2, I gotta give it to Kendrick Lamar. Third would be nice. I'll give it to Weezy. Weezy is the GOAT, man. He's great.
Weezy F baby.
4 is Jay-Z, of course, and then 5 I'm gonna give it to Drake, of course.
Nice, Drake. Drizzle.
Yeah, I think that all those guys.
Drake. I love it.
All those guys are innovators. So that's the top 5 for me.
That's true. Yo, thank you guys for watching and or listening to the Wavy Zoo podcast / YouTube channel / hey. Book, I don't know. We might write a book. Who knows? You could be reading this text.
I have a lot of ranting in my books. I'm gonna go off of like a bench and just go.
Hey, but thank you guys so much. We love you. We'll see you guys next episode.
Peace out.
Heaven, am I talking loud? I'm feeling so high, I ain't coming down. Stand up to the truth when they lie down. They ask if we square when they come around. Jog in the place with the run around. Try to stay busy in the underground. Gotta check my wait list, maybe it's the guest list. We know the entrance, side doors and exits. We were protected. Cold stone flow with a cherry on top. Kid Rock, no summer, just cold bops. Gotta pop it out the pan like pork chops. Get back if you wanna use a stovetop. I'm a smooth operator, type of Morse code. Feel it's a crowd, bro, like no joke. Catch me off my prime, but I ain't doing time. It's an underground ground like El Chapo. See like Sade, move like Beyonce. Side of dessert, and we just eat the entrees. A gay shit a day like fiancés. Fueled by the way that they think niggas stop me. Let's go deep in the water. My bros call me Jaws. I attack when the track plays. It's still what a time to be alive. Just working on my prime for my future, and I'm not Drake. Jordan Peele off the scene, try to get out. It's all about us when we step to the grounds. Labels pitch gay, but it's not for the mound. Jump through your block and I run through your town. Lost by the words, by the flow that I found. This is forever like I was Chris Brown. They calling me Breezy, the style so witty. The mood is so trendy, I stay underground. from the middle of the state where the sun round. Speed easy on the street and we're uptown. I'm from the middle of the state where the sun round. Speed easy on the street and we're uptown.